Hey there, this is Coach Chris Wilson here in the Criticalbench compound. I'm head strength coach here at Criticalbench, and I like to talk about all things movement related. And I'm standing here on the turf, which is just about my favorite spot in the whole gym to be. You know why? Because the turf is what helps make you a true athlete, okay? Athletes aren't necessarily made from just lifting weights or made from how much they can leg press, okay? Athletes are made by their ability to move explosively, and move in all different directions, okay? And I think, not even that I think, I know for certain, as we get older and start to do less and less of those types of athletic movements like that we did when we were children automatically every single day, right? Our bodies start to age faster, start to break down faster, start to not feel as good. Your movement patterns are not matching up with what you want your body to look like. Okay? You want your body to look more athletic. You want to look more like an athlete, right? Because isn't that really what we all aspire kind of to look like? Whether if you're a woman, you want to look like a beach volleyball player, right? If you're a man, you want to look like an NFL running back or linebacker, or a point guard on an NBA basketball team, right? You want these great physiques, beautiful shoulders, that just tapered look, chiseled face, right? Small waist, just really good looking all the way down from your nose to your toes, like I like to say. And the only way to really achieve that look, you can't fake that look with just lifting weights. You have to live out that look in the way you train. So the way you train has to match up with the dreams that you have of what you want your physique to look like, right? So you have to put the time in on places like the turf. You have to move again like you did when you were a kid playing on the playground. If you're not rolling around, crawling around, and rocking around on the ground, if you're not on all fours, if you're not getting up off the ground and getting back down, if you're not jumping up into the air or jumping forward, if you're not doing some of those movements, you're gonna fail at looking like the athlete you so desire to look like, right? And the only way to really do this is to start to see what you're capable of in progressions, right? You don't just out of the gate, you're 40 years old, you haven't been moving like an athlete in 15 or 20 years, so all of a sudden it's like, I gotta start doing what I did when I was 15. Well, pump the brakes. There are progressions to everything. So before you start doing 36-inch box jumps, maybe start with a step up, okay? And then progress from there. Do weighted step ups. Change the distance, the height of the step up, and then start to do things like where you step up and then jump down, or vice versa. Different elements of a true box jump. And you could do the same thing with different types of bounding and different types of lateral movement. Break out the ladder. You remember that old school thing, the ladder that you would put on the ground and do all the toe tapping and foot steps with, side to side movement, in and out of the boxes, stuff like that. That is critical. Getting those fast feet back and getting more agile is critical to looking more like an athlete. The way you have to pump your arms, the way you have to tighten and move your core and your trunk rotation, right? All these things just come more natural to athletes because it translates into their sport. They have to train this way in order to be effective and to be great at the sport that they're in. So really what they're doing is they're just taking all this great playground and childhood movement, and they're just elevating it to a new level as they age into their 20s and 30s. And that's why they continue to look so darn good, because they obviously make a career out of their physical movement. But for the lay person, for the average person, for the person that's busting their butt, going to the gym and working out, trying to get that body back that they want, the only way to really get it is to start to do these movements in your workouts. So that's why the turf is one of my very favorite places in any training facility, because you have to start to be creative and you have to start to move just with your own body in ways that translate to looking like an athlete. Thank you so much for watching the Criticalbench YouTube channel. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, drop us some comments or questions below. Click that subscribe button right there. Check out this amazing 7 Worst Testosterone Killers free report and another video from us. We'll see you soon.